What's up everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. Here is the Noble MB4 from Flysky. I already unboxed this guy and gave it a good in-depth look. If you want to go check out that video, please do so. And also I have here a HobbyWing Easy Run Brushless System combo, which is the MAX10 SCT Easy Run. It's got the 3200 kV motor in here. And you might be wondering, what am I using this for? Well, I have this awesome Tamiya M03, I think it is. Look at that, old school Mini. I love this thing, and I haven't got a power plant for it or a transmitter and everything like that. So I thought this would be the perfect candidate. I know it's stupid and crazy and totally overpower, but I might put this guy in here. So I thought, you know what, these two things are from GearBest. I thought, why not do them in one video and see if we can manage to put a motor in here. Now I think I currently have a HobbyWing motor in here already from a similar setup, but I'll take this one out and we can just do a whole new swap with that combo, because this thing is going to go ballistic. How cool does it look though? Old school Mini body. I'll leave the link in the description for that if I can remember where it is, but there we go. How cool is it? Now this is old, this is an older kit. This is, I didn't build it, it came, well, pretty much like this. Thanks Big D for supplying this to me. But everything else I've kind of put in here. I'll show you what's inside just quickly and then we can have a look at everything else. Yeah. Nicely done. Just put some blue tape in there to protect every time you put the body on. It doesn't scratch, and the battery, size of the battery holder doesn't smack up and just paint that, or chip the body away eventually. But here we go. That's basically all there is to it. Obviously it's a front wheel drive because it is a Mini. It's these things are really popular, and first time I've ever had one, and you know, can't wait to give it a go. But everything you see here is how I got given, except for this motor, which is actually a HobbyWing motor. But I'll take that guy out of here and then we can actually put this whole system in there, because I've got other cars I can put in there, but I thought this would be funny just for you know, some good YouTube content. Let me know what you guys think in the description, but quickly go through this again. I've already unboxed one of these, but like I said before, the packaging is fantastic in this particular. Look at that. Looks like a gun, doesn't it, when you actually open it? There it is there. Left or right. Ambidextrous. No, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But left and right, really nice stuff. Obviously it's got its own. It's got two batteries actually, this car. It's got one in the transmitter and one in the actual unit here itself. When you put all this on, it feels really nice in hand. It weighs actually around about, I think it's just over a kilo, which is pretty damn heavy when you think about it. Am I putting this on right? There we go. Now it's a 4,300 milliamp hour battery, so yeah, I'll take that off later, but I'll just turn this on. I'll say hello Noble, or welcome. There we go, hello. And you do get some other stuff in this bag. You can obviously get one receiver, because I'll be needing that receiver, which is right here. And the older receivers that you use with the GT3C, I believe, don't work. I've tried it in my other videos, so yeah, that's unfortunate. But we've got a receiver for this guy. We'll leave that there. Charging cable and another actual handle for the. If you want to use a different one, you can use that one. Take this one out and put that. I think it's a bigger one. Put that in there. But that's it. So that's the transmitter. Well, when we set it up, I'll show you a little bit more when we put it all together and fire it up for the first time. But sweet. Okay, next up, quickly unbox this guy. Now these are really popular. These Easy Run systems, these brushless combo systems are fantastic. So basically you get an ESC and you also get a motor. So here we're going to have the MAX10 SCT. It's 120 amp ESC, suitable for 1/10 scale RC cars. You can use it in other things as well, but fantastic ESC. I have HobbyWing MAX10, MAX8, and the MAX5. I believe they're probably best bang for buck, reliable, programmable. Yeah, you can't really beat them. So that's that. And to go with that, this combo, you get a 3200 kV 3660 Easy Run brushless motor here. It's a 4-pole, 8-magnet staggered pole rotor with low cogging. Greatly improves control feel around corners, which is what we want, because I'm going to put this guy in here now. That's what this motor is in here already. Actually, I checked it out, and it is the same motor, the 3660, that's the one, and 32 kV. So I had one of these lying around, so I've already put that one in there. So that is that motor. Awesome. What we want to have, we need obviously to power that guy, so we're going to run this MAX10. So let's open this guy up. Other of unboxings here today. Now, I know in the comments, leave it. I know it's more than enough power, but you know, I'm not going to professionally race this guy. It's just going to be for fun, for just to muck around with the guys and you know, have a good blast of it, because I know already these tyres are going to balloon. That's no problem. But there it is there. There is your little MAX10. Now this guy has a 4 amp BEC, and it also can go from 2S to 4S. So I think I'm going to be running this on 2S, which is more than enough, but this guy will go perfectly right there. I can right smack bag in the middle there, and hopefully these motor cables are long enough. If not, I'll open the other box, and maybe the ones that come in the kit are actually longer, because we should maybe make that work. If not, I have a spare motor to use. So obviously we need to solder on. Depends on what I'm going to be running. Generally it's got a weird stick pack in these old minis, so it's got that kind of rounded shape, so you have to use that kind of battery. So I have to get one of those, but it's probably going to be Dean's. I don't normally run Dean's, everything's XT90s, but these lower amperage, smaller type of cars, Dean's will be no problem. As long as they're, you know, the true Dean's, not these cheap ones you get from some of these Chinese cars. Get these good quality Dean's and you should be okay. Nice looking ESC, really capable. A lot of guys use this. So right there, done. So I've smacked that on there, and if these motor wires don't work, they're too short, which I think they are, I'll double check, like opening a brand new box. Nah, these ones are much longer. Sweet. So I think this was from the that Mars monster truck, because I had the MAX10 system in it as well. I think I robbed it out of there. So, okay, you can see it's actually a little bit different at the can as well. And you notice on this one, it's actually got a temperature port on the back there, focus just there. So that's what that little wire is for. So it's got a temperature port, which is pretty cool. Nice to see, but definitely I'll get this one out and replace it with this guy. Pretty simple stuff. Now with the Mini, it's kind of weird. You've got the motor on the side here, 2 mounting screws, but it's got like a little, what's it called, like a little a gauge to make sure that you set the depth of the pinion correctly. Otherwise it's kind of hard to get to, so you kind of set it correctly and then you put it in. But I'll quickly show you. I'll get this guy out, turn the camera off, I'll get this out and I'll show what I mean. So yeah, something a little bit different with this, you know. I like doing these kind of wacky little projects. And you know, it's not concrete, it doesn't have to stay in there forever, it's just for fun. Some good content on YouTube, so get these out. Once you pull those 2 screws out, you'll be able to pull the motor out. And there we have it. This motor, actually, sorry, it is different. So this motor is a 3652. If people don't know what that means, a 36 is diameter, and the 52 is actual length of the motor. As you can see, this one is a 36 as well, but the actual length is 60 millimeters. So, let me get your ruler. You can see there, 60 mil by 36, and this one is, yeah, 52. So there we go. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem with the length. Normally never a problem with length. No, that should be fine. Doesn't impede on anything because it's going to sit, it just misses the steering linkage there. So we'll use that guy, but as you can see, here's that little gauge I was telling you about before with the pinion focus. You've got to put that on there. If I can remember how it goes, that's it, just like that. So that distance in there is the correct depth that you need, so when you push it back into the housing, it doesn't foul up anything. So slide that in there, lock it all away, simple as that. So I'll get that pinion off there. It's actually, wow, that's that's massive. Hang on a minute. That is not going to work because that shaft is huge. That shaft's massive compared to this one. So quickly, that's a what? 5 mil. This is what? Yeah, that's not going to work. What's that? What? 2, 3 mil? Yeah. Okay. So back to the drawing board. We have to make these cables work. If not, I have to get some extensions because this motor is far or the actual shaft is far too big, so that's not going to work because the pinions that I have is small. But I guess I could get some from the shop, but that, yeah, okay, maybe we'll save this one for something else, but okay, never mind, carry on. Okay, original motor's back in. You notice that you have 20, 16 and 18, and that's the corresponding pinion they have on there. So I have a 20 tooth pinion. You have to make sure that you line it up with the correct mounting holes there for the motor, simple as that. And that mesh is in there, that's it, and with that little gauge you can get that correct distance that you need, otherwise it'll hit or foul up against this lip here. So I have these spacers here because generally you can get it's like a what's it called, a heatsink. You can put it there, and that's around about that thickness. I don't have that at the moment, so I'm just using that at the moment. And you have this little cover here that you can put back over, it's like a little inspection cover. Pop that back on, and we're good to go. So hopefully, let's manage these actual wires for the ESC. There we go, rolls nicely. Now I want to put this guy here somewhere if we can. So I want to get these motor wires as close as we can, hopefully fit it in there somehow, because yeah, they're really short of factory, but yeah, okay, so let's just plug all these guys in. It also doesn't look like it's upside down for you. Okay, we have C, which they want to go here, and because this isn't a censored motor, you can change these later on. Censored motor, you've got to make sure that these are in the right order, but basic brushless one, you don't. You can always move them around if it's forward or backwards, but so that's what we're dealing with. Can't exactly leave it like that. So don't want to bind it up too much either. There we go. Just leave it like that. Let me think about this. You know what? I'm going to be a little bit different. I'm going to run it like this. It's no issue. It's going to get some nice cool air running through there. It's no problems. Because these wires are just too short and they're so stiff, you can't bend them too much because there's just no room to move. So I'm going to mount it just like that. Be a little bit different. More than enough clearance room inside. There's no issues there. It's already got a hole here. Well, I might just drill another hole in the top there, enough for a cable tie just to wrap around there, because I love it if I can like actually secure them with some type of hardware like a screw or a nice cable tie. I hate them moving around, so yeah, I think I might do that. Looks pretty cool there, no issues. It's going to fit. Fitment of the body is not going to be a problem. The actual receiver is going to probably fit in here somewhere, or just mount it to the top up there, and that is it. One thing I forgot to mention, the servo in here is a 2075X, and that is from my Traxxas UDR, because I took one of them out and I put a high performance JX servo in there, and I had this guy lying around. This is quick enough for this guy, more than enough torque, and this is kind of like a little hybrid, little Frankenstein build that I had going on here. So I thought, you know, why not? Let's see what I had around the garage. That's that. Next step. Let's see if I can mount this. Let's see here. Just drilling into an old school Tamiya. I've got plenty of these shaving anyway. I love these step bits. Little Christmas trees. They make light work of anything. It's so good. So there we go. Now if I should be able to pass this. There we go. So I should be able to pass this cable tie through. Bit of finicking in there. Yeah, definitely. So that's a perfect size. So as you can see, I've lightened it. It's a speed hole. Anyway, perfect. That's going to work really well. So let me get that cable tie around there. Winner, chicken dinner. There we go. Check that out. That's turned out alright. No problems there at all. It's in there really nicely secure. It's not going to fly out anywhere. And it's also the cable tie is not impeding any, it's not going to obstruct that battery going in there because it's got that little recess up there, so it fits in there perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I can always route some of these I'll route this servo cable up underneath here. I always like to have neat as wires, or you know, I don't like spaghetti wiring. So if I can mount everything around and just kind of bring it around back here type of thing. You can always do more with cable ties, love cable ties. Put that there for example. It's our servo cable, and here is our power cable. It's going to plug into this guy. Now the receiver, I'm thinking we can just mount there. I could mount it in here, but I can't actually get it in this spot. For the original style of receivers, these ones here, the ones you get with the Flysky, the FS-NB4, they're perfect because you can fit them right in there. It's nice and snug, but as you can see the difference from this 4-channel FGR4. Now unfortunately this guy doesn't bind up with the Flysky. Well, I've tried the different ways as much as I could, but I can't. If anyone knows how to, let me know in the comment section. But I've got to solder up some Deans for the battery. This power button can go right there, out of the way, and I think that is it. Then we can power up and see how she runs. Now, anyone haven't noticed this receiver, you slide the cables in from the side here, so they don't actually damage them if you put them into like a really enclosed battery box. Squashing them down, you're not going to actually damage them, which is cool. It's been around the industry before, but I think it's new for Flysky. So obviously, 1 to turn, 2 to burn. We'll plug all that in, and yeah, we'll see what's next. So it's tidied up as best as I can so far, and with a little gentle persuasion, this receiver can actually fit down in that gap I was talking about before. Now we just push it in there. It's like that. This distance is just slightly bigger, but once you put it in there, it slots in there. And maybe I'll put a double-sided tape on that side, and I can just attach it to the side, just like that. Kind of cable manage these a little bit better, but just for the show you guys what I mean. There we go. That looks pretty sweet. Everything's tucked in nice in the back side. I like it. Put this sensor cable or the temp cable down there as well. All these cables I'll get down there nicely, and yeah, happy with it so far. Kind of routed all the wires down there, cable tied it nice and neat. That's in there securely, that's not going to pop out anyway. And I've also routed the little antenna up there, so it just gets the best signal it possibly can. So that's all I can do here. I'll solder up some Deans, whatever connection I can. I'll see what battery I can get for this, because I don't have this type of battery here with that traditional style LiPo. So I'll see what I can get there, and we'll carry on. But so far I'm happy with that. Obviously everything's going to fit on how it should. I love these little mini bodies, they look cool. Pop that on, pop that on, there we go. Awesome. Alright guys, we're at the local, what is this, basketball court. It's not too bad, not too rough. Not ideal for these because these are so low. It's got like 5mm gap underneath, not even. So, but got the MAX10 in there. I also got just a basic 2200 milliamp 2S LiPo. So let's see how it goes. Got Zach behind the camera. You alright, buddy?
Yep.
Right. So this is overkill. This is the MAX10. Can you get that in frame?
Yep.
You getting it? If I'm going too fast, let me know. That's a speed up there. So this is obviously front wheel drive Mini. I think it goes pretty good. Yeah. Obviously a lot of the purists, obviously this is, oh, it's a stick. It's a lot of power, it's more than enough, but I got the MAX10 and the new Noble transmitter from from GearBest. Just wanted to test it out. Now I'm going to do some further tests on this radio, hopefully with the range test and all that kind of stuff. But this is the transmitter and the receiver that's in this little guy, and it seems to be performing really well. Very responsive, that's for sure. It goes funny, which is really cool. And now, Zach, you have a go and I'll film you, alright?
Okay.
Let's go. There you go. You have that. Have a go of the controls. Here's my little son using this. See how it understeers, Zach, because it's front wheel drive. do a couple of nice full passes. You can just hear those front wheels. Those front wheels are just going crazy. That is. Oh, good one. Look at this guy, pro. It goes really, really quick. Off-roading. Different to rear-wheel drive, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah. It's like that Toyota drift car we had.
Oh, smacked into it.
You know that Toyota drift car?
Yep. Goes pretty good though, doesn't it? that's a that's a donut, a rear donut. Yeah, do it again. There we go. That's what you can do with front wheel drives. There we go. As you can see, it goes pretty good. 2200 milliamp hour lipo, so I don't know how long it's going to last, but at least it's very light, that's for sure. But when it's finished, I'll show you what I've done. I've actually 3D printed this little spacer, so you can use like smaller batteries and stuff like that. Because with these older school Tamiyas, you need that round kind of profile battery. What do you think, bud? Pretty cool. Alright guys, back at home, so I hope you enjoyed that quick video. That's part one. Part two, hopefully we'll do some more tests on the actual Flysky Noble. It's a fantastic radio, it really feels premium in the hand, and for the price that you get them for, I think it's under $200 American, I don't think you can really beat it. A really nice feel, heavy as well, not too heavy, but it is a nice like half a kilo, so 500 grams. Does feel really nice in the hand, and you can obviously twist this around if you're left or right handed, so that's a plus. And I'd love the 10-hour battery life. 10-hour battery life out of controller, that's pretty sweet. So here is the Mini M03. Now here's this 3D printed case. I got that off Thingiverse. If I remember, I'll leave it in a link in the description. But basically it's just two half, clamps it down together on a 2200 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo. There's HobbyWing MAX10 ESC, all it's really nicely situated in there. It's not moved at all, but a bit dirty than before, but that's all it is. So yeah, Traxxas UDR servo in there, 2-cell LiPo, and everything is still working as it should. It was a little bit scratched up from before, but that's not all from just that running. So this kit is fairly old, 20 odd years old. So yeah, so far so good. Part one, success. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like always, if you did, give it a thumbs up if you really if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't, and also hit the notification bell so you get notified of all the latest content. Hopefully in the next video I'll have I'll get the old school mini shell out as well and see how that runs and how it looks. I prefer the old school ones anyway. But anyway, I'm blubbering on. Video's gone long enough. See you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it.